Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theorists!
Actually, sorry to burst your bubble, Matt, but this is my channel. So the other day, I was watching a video by fellow YouTuber Alex Bale, and one of his SpongeBob theories caught my attention. It was the human war theory, saying that Mr. Krabs fought in a war between fish and humans for Bikini Bottom. However, as I watched this video, you know what? I actually thought of something else, and I'd like to give you my side of what I think. So for all of you who are not well versed in SpongeBob lore, yes, it is established in the Krusty Krab training video that Mr. Krabs has fought in a war.
After the war, Krabs stayed secluded in a deep depression that seemed endless.
Now, while many think that this isn't just an unnamed war that we will never learn the name of, I'm here to contradict you. So this is the Mr. Krabs War Theory. See, now, I know what you're thinking. But ATP, there are no wars in SpongeBob.
Right? Wrong!
In the Season 5 episode, The Battle of Bikini Bottom, Patrick and a random warfish recount the tale of the Battle of Bikini Bottom, which was basically similar to our American Civil War. However, Patrick's version is inaccurate, as his tale is about washing.
Wash your hands! Never!
While we don't know the true meaning behind the Battle of Bikini Bottom, I think it's pretty easy to sum it up to it being similar to our Civil War. Most likely it was probably some battle for the rights for Bikini Bottom to become an independent city or state or whatever it is. And this is the war that I believe that Mr. Krabs fought in. But that does sound a little shoddy, doesn't it? But ATB, if this were during the Civil War, then Mr. Krabs would have to be at least 300 years old. He kinda is. And we can find some of this evidence in the episode Can You Spare a Dime? Of which we can see Mr. Krabs' first ever dime. And when questioning Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob gets,
"This is a dime?"
"I've been in business a long time, boy."
And while believed to be a rock, if this even were metal, look at its coloration for a minute. It has some blacker splotches that resemble our Liberty Bell's coloration. And if we take this into account, and the fact that this is a recreation Liberty Bell, then we can probably assume that the dime is anywhere between 100 and 200 years old, which means Mr. Krabs is older. And because we're never given a proper timeline of when SpongeBob takes place, it could be taking place in the early 1900s into the future or way in the past, so it's no doubt Mr. Krabs could be old enough. To sweeten this deal, this would also explain why we have no flashbacks to this time, and why Plankton has never recounted any of these moments either. And if this fact is true, then that would explain where in Mr. Krabs' life he fights in the Navy, because he would be fighting in the Navy with his buddies. And to sweeten this up, in the Season 9 episode Pull Up a Barrel, Mr. Krabs recounts the time that he was earlier in the Navy, and we see that he was fighting pirates, and pirates were around during ancient Greece and ancient Rome's times, and those were during the late BCs and early CEs, which would actually make Mr. Krabs 20 way before any of the 1800s, 1700s, or 1600s ever happened. This damn crab is probably older than Gene Simmons, and that's saying something, people. That's a joke, I'm just calling Gene Simmons old, I'm not that stupid. I don't know if I'm gonna make any more videos like this, but if I do, I know they're gonna do well, and that baby is the Mr. Krabs War Theory. What do you think of that, Alex? Seriously though, thanks to Alex Bale for the inspiration to make this video. I actually really like that guy. This is not the kind of content I usually do, so if you want to see more, leave a comment.